Hi, folks. Welcome back. Well, we're just doing some technical testing. I'm in KL right now. As you can see, I'm back in my Malaysia studio. Yeah, I just want to make sure that the sound is working because I don't have my mic or any equipment with me. So everything is raw, just my laptop Zoom and a light, which I left behind before I came back. So just doing some testing. Okay, right now, as you can see. Okay, the sound is okay. So yeah, I think we can start. And I'm sorry if the sound is not so good today because I don't have my mic. Yeah, this is actually straight from my laptop. So how is everyone doing? I hope everyone is fine, doing well. Just came back from the Easter weekend last week. I hope that it has been good. So those who are celebrating Easter, so it's an amazing time for us to reflect upon the resurrection, which is basically the main theme of the Christian faith. I'm a Christian. I have been Christian for quite a number of years, and I was a teenager when I came to know God, and I know about this message of the resurrection, which is the most important, actually, most important idea in Christianity, most important truth in Christianity, actually. I was telling some people, some refugees that I work with, explaining to them what Easter is all about. So, and I did say that, Easter is even more important than Christmas. So Easter is a celebration of the resurrection of Christ. Christ died on Good Friday. He was being accused of things that he did not do. And he was hung on the cross for sins and mine. And then, of course, on the third day, Easter Sunday, the tomb, the stone that blocks the tomb was rolled away, and people came in and found, a tomb that is empty. So really signify that Christ has risen, and his death was not something that was very private. It was a public spectacle. He was hung in front of everybody. The entire city, came to witness his death. So it wasn't just a fairy tale, but it was a historical fact. So he died before a big group of people. So a lot of eyewitness at that time. Then when he rose again, his tomb was empty. Okay, it was witnessed by a few, but then he came back to life and he appeared to, not just a few disciples, but to a big group of people as well. So the story of his resurrection is not a myth, but it's really a story that, represent what Christianity is about. It's about Christ being alive, and he's alive in you and I. So because he lived, right, then we can live as well. Because he resurrected, we can have a new life, resurrected life as well. So that was Easter Sunday for a lot of us who believe. And for me, it's a great time of reflection on the new life that we can live. And I had a great time. Went to church, spent time with a group of friends, and when the Friday itself, Friday night, we had supper time with my group, my life group. And I remember that I have never had supper for quite a while, and being a bit older now, we don't have supper much, but I think having supper with this group was great, reminiscing of younger days. So it was good good time for me last weekend, Good Friday and Easter Sunday. So this episode is a post-Easter episode. Today, I just want to talk about this topic, which is inspired by Easter, by the resurrection, because Jesus died on Friday and was sort of 3 days in the tomb, right? So Sunday was victorious because he came to life. So my topic that I want to share with you is about how your dream will be ridiculed 3 times before it flows. Your dream will be ridiculed 3 times before it flows. Yeah, I think just sharing from my own experience, how I pursue my dreams, that it's true that, that whenever I do that, I go through lots of challenges, a lot of difficulties in my dream. If the dream is not big enough, okay, to face challenges, face ridicule, right, then it's not worth pursuing. Okay, but if your dream, encounters challenges and encounter people making fun of you or ridiculing you, right, then I think it's something that is worth doing. So today I just want to encourage those people who may be in pursuit of your dreams, and you find that you too, get this ridicule that comes your way. So today I want to share with you how every dream will get ridiculed at least 3 times, okay, before it flows, before things become smooth. And I find that in every dream that I pursue, really the same 3 ridicule comes about, okay, in my life. So I just want to share with you what they are, okay? So I see whether you can relate with me, what I go through. I believe that every dream, faces these 3 ridicule or these 3 obstacles, okay? So this ridicule actually come from people. The first person that this ridicule will come, okay, whenever you have a dream or have a vision or have a purpose of doing something bigger than yourself, you always have this ridicule. Number 1 is from yourself, okay? You have a voice inside of you, okay? Whenever you think of something bigger than yourself to do, is who are you to do this, right? That self-voice that tells us, no, I'm not good enough, right? And why am I doing it now? Who are you to do it, right? Maybe other people can do it, right? But not you. So you tell yourself, okay, this thing that most of the time prevent most people from pursuing their dreams. So it's very, very important to know that, yourself is the first ridicule. That voice inside you that tells you, so who are you to do this? Why you? Who would want to listen to you? Who would benefit from what you have to say? Why you? Okay, so many people out there, right? Why it needs to be you? So that voice that comes from ourselves is our self-talk. Okay, and most of the time, people cannot go through this first ridicule, and there goes their dream. So many people live small. They live a life that is mundane, doing the same old thing every single day, not getting anywhere in life. Okay, at the end of their life, they probably regret, that they do not take the risk to listen to the dreams or listen to what has God put into their heart. Never look at anything beyond themselves. So the first voice, the first ridicule, come from yourself. Okay, then what is the second ridicule? Okay, the second ridicule comes a little bit later. Okay, you have overcome the first ridicule, which is yourself. Who are you to do this, right? So you manage to say that, who am I? Who am I not to do it? Okay, why not me? Okay, why must it be another person? Okay, can't I have God call, God vision? why can't it be me, right? So you've overcome that, right? So the second voice and second ridicule will usually come from people. Okay, so after people will usually be silent at first, okay, unless you ask them, okay, an opinion about your dream or about your vision. But if not, right, they will usually be silent. They will just observe, okay. And then when they find out that you are serious about doing what you say you wanted to do, okay, and you are getting some progress, okay, in your dream, you usually find the second voice or the second ridicule, and you will come from other people, right? So there'll be people that comment on you, say negative things about you, saying how you will not be able to do it, you don't have the talent, you don't have the time, you don't have the resources, okay, to do what you say you want to do. Then why do it? Okay, so they may criticize you, they may say things that hold you back. Okay, so that's the second voice, and usually the voice also say the same questions as the first voice, which is yourself, right? You ask, so who are you to do this, right? Why you? There's so many people out there. Why you? So that will come from outside. So that's usually the time where, if you're insecure, you give it up. Okay, doesn't matter. Okay, I want to be a nice guy. Yeah, I don't want to pursue my dream and offend anybody. Okay, so I just keep quiet, stay in my lane, and I'll just basically not do anything, and then not mount to anything. Okay, at the end of our life, we realize that take that risk. We listen to the audience of many. We forgot about the audience of one. Okay, listening to God who has called us to do that thing. So the second voice, the second ridicule, is by others. Okay. If you can overcome that, okay, I applaud you, because you are on your way. Okay, and I think that if you can overcome the first voice, the first ridicule, and the second ridicule, you are getting somewhere. Okay, and you find that you have developed, you have overcome. Okay, you have become more. Your character have grown. Okay, not to have better self-esteem, to overcome the negative voice from the head, and also overcome the criticism or the negative talk from other people. Okay, you have gone somewhere, so you have built some character and you have changed. Okay, so the last voice, the third voice, is very important. I realized that that voice comes from your new self. Okay, telling you things like this, that maybe my old self is better. Okay, it's just like the story in the Bible about the Israelites, right? Having moved out of slavery and then moving into the promised land, right? And then this of the desert, and they look back and say that, oh, maybe my life in slavery back in Egypt is better. Okay, why do you bring me out to here to develop my character? I'm not in a better place. So sometimes your new self may complain that I don't think this is worth it. Okay, I prefer to go back to my comfort zone. It's not worth it putting in the hard work to be in the journey, to have my character molded, right? Maybe you are a better person in terms of your character. You're more persevering. You have more character. You have more patience. You have everything, but yet you always look back and say that, oh, isn't it better? Okay, my past, that I don't have obligation, I don't have responsibility, right? I can just live my life however I want. So that voice comes from your new self. Okay, looking back at the old self and say that maybe the old me is better. And I think that's a very dangerous time, okay, when you want to go back. But I encourage you, if you have reached the third ridicule, okay, looking back and say that maybe your old life is better, more comfortable, and people will like you, nobody against you. Then I had to say that, please continue the journey. Do not give up. Okay, you are getting there, you're getting somewhere, and soon, your new self, you're going to be comfortable with your new self. Then you can enjoy the character, the leadership, the skills that you have developed, okay, being your new self. So really, yeah, this is basically, the 3 ridicules that can come to you when you have a dream, okay? So once you can overcome these 3 ridicules, okay? First one, by yourself, from yourself. Second one, from others. And the third one, by your new self, right? Then I think your dream will start to flow, because it flows because you have sustained that new character, that new person that you are, the new you that you are trying to build. You have sustained that, and your dream will continue to flow. Then you will enjoy the benefit. You will reap, okay, what you have sown, okay, in the very, very beginning. So sad to say that sometimes it doesn't come within days or within weeks of you pursuing your dream, okay, and this may come, months or years, even the decades in your pursuit of your in the journey of your dreams. So I want to encourage, all of us to just keep moving on. Today I heard a quote. Okay, I think I was walking in IKEA, okay, how do you pronounce that? And I saw a quote by the founder, okay, one of a wall, one of the decoration around IKEA. And he says this: happiness is not found in the destination, right? But it's found in the journey. It's found in on the way. So, and I find that so true, that I'm happiest. And people are happiest, basically, being able to be on a journey towards something greater than themselves. Dream, a vision of purpose, okay, that God has put in their heart to do. So yeah, and I find that happiness really comes from not having arrived, but really in a journey. So I just want to encourage everyone, in this maybe short dreamers meeting, to think about that. So, in a dream, you're stuck either by your voice, your old voice, okay, the voice of other people, or the voice of your new self, right? I just want you to remember what I shared with you today, to know that happiness is not a destination, okay, it's not an event, okay, but it is a journey. And I read a research recently also about the research about dopamine. Dopamine is the happy hormone, right? It says that dopamine did not come when you have achieved something. It comes when you are in the anticipation of achieving something. So it gets triggered, and then the hormone gets secreted, right? The happiness hormone gets secreted upon that journey, okay, of anticipating something good that's coming, something great that is coming, rather than the event itself. Okay, when somebody reached the event, right, that's not the time where the hormone is secreted. So there's science, supporting, what we always believe, that it is a journey and not a destination. So in this post Easter episode, just want to encourage you that, okay, Jesus was in the grave, okay, for 3 days, okay, before he resurrected. Okay, he was ridiculed more than 3 times actually, but 3 days, he's saying that he's God, and yet he's in the grave, right, for 3 days. I'm sure the faith was being ridiculed. He and his disciples were all being ridiculed. But so happy, Third day, he rose again, and his dream, okay, or the vision or the calling that God has put in Jesus' heart is being fulfilled. Okay, when he rose from the dead. And today he's here, he's with us, he's alive. Okay, no other religion, no other faith talks about a God that is alive. Okay, he's not just a prophet, but he's also God. It's also mighty God, okay, that choose to live in us, choose to be the one that is empowering us. So yeah, just as consolation, it is not we who live, right, but actually God living in us. And because of that, right, we can pursue our dreams to become who He called us to be. Okay, and we don't have to worry about what people say about us, what we say about us, what others say about us, and what new self say that where we should go. We should get used to being that new self. So I think the solution to, yes, all this, how to overcome that three ridicule, okay? Ridicule by ourselves, by others, and by new self is this: to have that identity, okay? To embrace the identity of somebody who's already empowered, somebody who has God in us. That's why we can live by God mode, right? Because God is already in us, empowering us, and we are already a new being. So if we have that identity that we are like God, okay, we are sons of God, we are daughters of God, we are princes and princesses, we are royalty, okay, and we have that inheritance of Jesus and God Himself in us, then we can overcome the three ridicules that come our way in our pursuit of our dreams. So let's not listen to our negative thinking, our negative concept about ourselves, because we are not the one who's alive, but God is in us, right? And the second thing is not listening to ridicule from other people, right? People can do what they want to do, say what they want to say, but you know who you are and you know what you are needed to do. So listen to the criticism of others. Lastly, learn to enjoy the new self, the new you that is more godly, that has all the character of God in us. And not look back at days of slavery, days of comfort, right? But embrace this life, this journey to becoming more and more like God, more and more like Christ. So I just want to encourage you, to dream on. Okay, your dream will be ridiculed 3 times. If you overcome it, it will flow, and we will learn to really enjoy the journey of being a dream maker. Yeah, let's think a short time while I'm in KL. I'm going back tomorrow morning. Okay, so I just like to and today, being reminded of our spiritual life as well. So why don't we just spend some time in our breath work? Okay, just want to reinforce learning to breathe well, right? Because your breath is life. Right? God created us; He gave us life. He breathed His breath into us and make us a living being. So we need to master our breath work, master meditation, master contemplation, master prayer. Be reminded it's no longer I who live, we who live, but God living in us. So with that, why don't we close our eyes? I don't have music today, but I think we can do it anytime, anywhere, with or without music. Okay? So why don't we just close our eyes? Just take a deep breath right now. In through your nose. Okay. Just count, 7 count. Okay. Hold. Take a deep breath out. Okay. 4 counts when you breathe out. Okay, let's take a deep breath in again, 7 count. Make sure you fill your entire being with the breath of life. And hold. Okay, you breathe out again. Okay, now breathe out. 4 counts. Okay, let's do one more time. Breathe in, 7 counts. Through your nose, deep breath. Okay, let it cover your entire being. Okay, hold. Breathe out. Okay, 4 counts. One more time, breathe in. 7 counts. Okay, breathe out. This time of meditation and contemplation, I want you to contemplate on you being a dreamer. You are a dream maker. You are a dream getter. You are not who you say you are. You are not who other people say you are. You are who God say you are. When God breathed His breath into us, He breathed His Spirit into us. And that now, acknowledging that Christ is in us, as He has shown when He died for us on the cross during Easter, during Good Friday, He wants to be with us. He doesn't want us to live our life by ourselves. And on the third day, when He resurrected, He showed to us that our old self died and our new self has come. And our new self is the one that has the breath of life, that the breath of God in us. So I want you to contemplate on you being the dream maker, you being the dream getter, and the dream of Christ is in you, is realized by Christ's death on the cross and His resurrection on Easter Sunday. And I want you to know that the one that is in you is alive. It's no longer you who live, but the one in you living in your life. So you are empowered to be a dreamer. You are empowered to be a dream maker. You are empowered to be a dream getter. So go for your dreams. And God will speak to you, okay, in dreams and visions. And He will give you your purpose, your vision, and your direction. You hear those directions, those visions, and those purposes. Go for it. Don't listen to the voice of the OU telling you who you are. Don't listen to the voice of other people telling you who you are to do what you called to do. Most importantly, you become who you're becoming. Don't look back. Don't quit. Don't say that you want to go back, but continue that journey, because joy is found, happiness is found in the journey there, not in the destination or the event. So with that attitude, with that peace that you have in your heart, say bye-bye, say thank you for joining us in this short Dreamers meeting. So with that, see you back in Singapore. Bye-bye. Attitude, peace. Say bye-bye. Thank you for joining us in this short Dreamers. So then, see you back in Singapore.